I talk to probably 10 to 15 firms a week, and the number one challenge is finding, hiring, training, and retaining top talent. According to the AICPA and Accounting Today, that's the number one issue that firms face today. They also have challenges with manual processes, trying to get bank, credit card, third-party app reconciliations, month-end close, and so on and so forth. Big budget teams. The cost of maintaining bigger teams in-house starts to become very expensive when you think about the US costs. Plus, the biggest challenge, as I said earlier, number one, is finding talent and being able to keep that talent in-house. Lack of automation. A survey conducted provided some really good insights into the average accountant spends 2 to 3 hours per client per month on building manual reports. Reliability. How often are you scrambling at the end of the month up until the 15th to get the small business books closed and the financials out to them? Multiple dependencies. An average accounting firm uses 4 to 5 tools from different vendors to maintain the books, usually consuming more time. Let's talk a little bit about what PathQuest SCALE is and how it can benefit you. So we combine the expertise of white labeled outsourcing and the power of automation to create an impactful solution to solve problems with accounting firms today. We wanted to deliver a solution to help you save time and increase productivity, which leads to better outcomes for your firm. So how does PathQuest SCALE work? You get a team of offshore accountants with 3 levels of experience up to a chartered accountant, which is equivalent to a CPA in the US. It helps you grow top and bottom line results, and firms are growing, leveraging this PathQuest SCALE model to grow inorganically and organically. Mobile, for your customers to see real-time dashboards and reports. We're personalized onboarding. We do the heavy lifting up front so you can jumpstart this advisory services. We set up the dashboards, we set up the roles and permissions, the reporting, and then train your staff to become experts. We can do up to 30 companies on a cash basis after the fact in our starter package, and we have additional packages that can grow with you. We have one firm that has over 1,000 small businesses on the platform. Now let's talk about the dedicated team approach and automation. So what does that blended short team approach look like? So you get a staff accountant that traditionally has 1 to 3 years of experience. They have an accounting degree. They work a lot on the APAR journal entries for those and that process. You have a senior staff accountant that traditionally has between 7 and 10 years of experience. They're working on month-end journal entries. They're working on bank, credit card, third-party reconciliation, helping kind of set up the financial statements and so on and so forth. And then you have a team lead, and they're a chartered accountant that traditionally has between 10 and 15 years of experience, and they oversee the overall team and making sure that the process is done correctly. They also have the capability to do FP&A work, financial planning and analysis, so they can work on helping you set up budgets, budget variances, kind of a 13-week rolling cash flow, and so on and so forth. It's kind of like that mini controller level. And then you have a quality assurance person. That's combined with our 9001 certification. They audit 25% of all transactions to make sure that we're in compliance. And then you have the service delivery manager. They're head of the operations. She's been working on accounting in the accounting industry for over 20 years and actually lived in the US for 16 years. And then you have a US customer relationship manager that manages the relationship for you here in the US. Now let's talk a little bit about the automation. What you can do is review the insights that PathQuest SCALE provides you to work better with your small business owner in their specific industry and makes you the expert they turn to for questions, strategy, and better outcomes. As you grow your firm, you can add more revenue through organic or inorganic growth by changing the business model, creating better customer retention. Driving change management is an important task within the firm to get buy-in into the business model, and your team will be building better relationships versus doing the actual work itself. One of the things that we find as a best practice is if you have a lead accountant or a lead bookkeeper, today they may be managing 30 to 35 small businesses with a cash-based after-the-fact model. And with the model that PathQuest SCALE drives, it allows them to not do the work for those 30 to 35 small businesses, and then they have the ability to actually manage between 50 and 60 relationships on a small business because the work is done, and they're not having to do the work themselves. They're managing the relationship and bringing a different level of investment and advisory level services to those small business clients.
Well, that's all the time we have today. We hope this session was informative. We will be creating new discussions very soon. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.